So if we have a single instance installation or an indexer, then of course we want to enable this instance to be able to receive data from forwarders and other Splunk Enterprise instances. And this is where receivers come into play. So a receiver is nothing more than a TCP port listening on our Splunk instance, and that is accepting data coming from forwarders or from other Splunk instances. And normally you only see one receiver per Splunk Enterprise instance. Technically it's possible to configure more than one, but as said, normally you only see one. In some occasions you may see that there is a dedicated network interface just for the receiver, and let's say Splunk Web is listening on another interface. And the default TCP port for receiving is 9997. In some cases you may see something like 9998 for TLS protected connections. So let's have a look at how to enable such a receiver in Splunk Web. So back in Splunk Web, I'm opening the settings menu here and I'm selecting forwarding and receiving. And at the bottom half of the screen you can already see receive data, configure this instance to receive data forwarded from other instances. Sounds very promising for us. Just select the add new button here. And Splunk is implicitly telling us that 9997 may be a good idea. So as we don't have any reason why we should choose another port, we go with 9997. And I click save. And this is all we need to enable the receiver. It is also possible to configure a receiver that is protected with TLS, and you can enable certificate-based authentication for other instances and things like that. But this is beyond the scope of this course and more a Splunk administration topic. But just that you're aware, it's also possible to do authentication and encryption using TLS and certificates at this point.